'Cause I know it from the start. Baby, when you broke my heart, that I had to come again and show you that I'd win. Your love of mine. All those times I said that I loved you. Your love of mine. Yes, I tried. Yes, I tried. Your love of mine. Even though you knew I'd die for you. Your love of mine. Yes, I cried. Yes, I cried. Return of the man.
Broskies, welcome back to another year of FLDL. Yours truly, the returning defending champ, two-time champ now. I don't know if you count my first ring, but this is I have a legit ring. You know what it's like? It's like when teams, like when the Nets went from the ABA to the NBA. It's like no one really counts their ABA wins, I guess. It's kind of sketch. So maybe that was my OG ring, but this is legit. This is an NBA ring. Championship right here. It's going to be with me for a while. Settle that down. Nah, it's too far. All right. I never got a recap for my championship dub, which I'm still kind of salty about. So I'm going to give myself my own recap of when I destroyed Lawrence Kurtz. I basically put up like 190 points. My team went nuts. Amon-Ra St. Brown, God knows where he came from, exploded for like the 6th week in a row. I'm just spilling sauce everywhere. Yeah, Lawrence Kurtz didn't even put up a fight. I didn't need to trade for Devontae, but I'm pretty excited about that trade, honestly. We'll see if it works out. Alright, that was my last bite. Noodles were flying. Hold this instead. Anyways, destroyed him. Honestly, my whole playoff run was pretty crazy. Took down Avi, supposedly best team in the league. Yeah, Cooper cut my ass. Then I took down Goldie. Almost lost on that Monday night Cowboys game where they put up like 80,000 points. And then destroyed Kurtz. Dude, the two-time back-to-back one-seeder can't finish the job. What a shame. What a shame. So now we head into the 2022-2023 season. And I just love this. This is my baby. And I'm going to win again, obviously. But we got to go ahead and give previews for what everyone else's losing team is going to be like. I don't have everyone's team in front of me. So I guess we'll start off with the draft. Draft was pretty wild because I had 2 picks. Anyways, no. Funniest part of the draft was, I think, Danny and Taub drafting a guy that got shot. He's now on my team, but it was just funny that they drafted him, and hours later he was shot. Hours later, actually, he was announced as the starter, and then he was shot. Weird chain of events there. But anyways, they have like 60 new rookies on their team. We'll see how they turn out to be. I don't know any of them, so I can't speak about them at all. Other than that, Brady went 7th, which was pretty interesting. So I'm playing him this week, actually. Honestly, if he put up 1,000 points, I wouldn't even be mad. I'd just be like, I got you, Tom. Do what you need to do. He got me a ring, got me this bad boy, so he could do whatever he wants from now on. His number is retired, as far as I'm concerned, on my roster. Retired. That was Goldie who got him. Other picks. First pick of the draft was Breece Hall. I don't know who he is, but the Jets also have a running back, so I don't know how that's going to work out. Interesting pick by the commish. I would have expected him to trade it. I guess he was trying to, but couldn't get the job done. But yeah, heading into week 1, Avi again is probably the favorite to win this season. His receivers are redonkulous. He has Cooper Kupp, Jamar Chase, one other guy that I'm forgetting who's a freak. Oh, Justin Jefferson. The hell. That's legit 3 first-rounders on his team. On his receivers. Forget his team. He also has Jonathan Taylor. The guy has 4 first-rounders on his team. But then again, I already beat that. So I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned at all. And other than that, I don't even remember everyone's team. Jack. We'll get Michael Thomas back this year. We'll see how his team fares. Interested to see how MT does. Sean Watson coming back week 11. I don't even know if Michael Thomas is playing, so he basically might have the same situation as last year. We'll see how many games he wins. We'll see how many games Danny and Taub win. Over under 1.5. I'm going with the under. Let me know what you guys think. I have no idea. I can't name one starter on their team. One. Cannot name any. Teddy Beta. My rival, my arch nemesis, didn't make the playoffs last year after a back-to-back. Change your team name, 3-peat, all right? You're not going for a 3-peat anymore. You're going for a 1-peat, but you're not going to get it. Anyways, we'll see how he fares. His former number 1 pick, Zeke, has been projected or has been going late in regular standard drafts, like 6th round I've seen, 7th round, so he's not supposed to be good. Looks like Danny and Taub might have been right about Tony Pollard. He might be on the come up. So, I don't know. But a lot of people's first round picks are pretty crappy now, which is kind of crazy how the dynasty has like kind of unfolded in the last 4 years. So much has changed. Guys that seemed like sure, MVPs or generational players have just been extinguished after 1 to 2 seasons, which is great. Keeps, the league competitive year after year. Not one person's dominating constantly except for me, but that's just guaranteed. It's going to happen regardless anyways. So, we'll see how Tua does for Teddy. See if he has a bounce-back season. They just got Tyreek. Then MASH, another top team in the league who failed to make the playoffs last year somehow. But I think, did he make moves in the offseason? No. But he has Joe Burrow for the full season this year. Joey B. Has some other good guys. Godwin will be back. Kelsey, obviously. Mahomes. Team is pretty stacked, I'm not going to lie. But he has no rings. No rings to show. It's a shame. It's a shame. Then Matt Alone. Trading machine, by the way. Low-key. Bigger trading machine than me. He traded Rashad Bateman. But he did get Debo. Whoa, my phone almost broke. I kind of like that trade for both teams. I'm a big fan of Bateman this year because I love the Ravens. I love Lamar. I love Mark Andrews. So, if so de facto, I love Rashad Bateman. Debo Samuels is just a monster also. So, obviously, Madeline gave up draft picks, which I could not care less about. So, he got Debo, which could be a very solid move. And for someone that made the semis, that's the right attitude right there. You gotta get that extra push to put you over the top. That's what I did with Derrick Henry. And the more I think about it, Teddy, the more I'm grateful for my loss against you in the finals. Because if I didn't lose that game, I don't think I would have had the urgency to make a push the next season for Derrick Henry. And this season, if I didn't have Derrick Henry, I wouldn't have won the first 6 weeks. He just performed amazing for me. So sometimes, basically, moral of the story, curses are just blessings in disguise. So Madelon, your loss last year could have catapulted you to the top this year because it made you trade for Debo. So we'll see. The former player for Shama and Henry. R.I.P. R.I.P. Goldie, who's always in the playoffs every year. I think, actually, Goldie and me might be the only players that made the playoffs every year of Dynasty. Could be wrong. He's always in the mix. It's that team that's always in the mix. He's basically like... What's he like? I don't even know. One of those teams are always in the mix, but he hasn't gotten the job done yet, Solid team. He got Brady this year, which is huge. assuming Brady's just never going to slow down. He'll probably put up numbers again. He has Reek. Reek did go to the Dolphins with Tua now. He's claiming that Tua is the best quarterback he's ever had. That is some nonsense, but we'll see how that duo fans out, whatever the word is. He has McCaffrey back also. Yeah, his team was hurt last year. Hurt. Should have named himself the ambulance. And he still made it to the semis and almost beat me. So, honestly, watch out for Goldie's team. It seems like it could be a very scary roster. Scary Terry also on that squad. Yeah, man. I don't want to mess with that. But I'm going to have to. Who else? I don't remember. I don't have everything. Kurtz, your team is on the DL, is on the down low. I'm telling you that man-to-man, mano-y-mano. I think their glory days are gone. You got to make some trades, bro. You fell short the last 2 seasons after being the 1 seed. You have to make a trade. You have to. If I were you, I'd be making OD trades. I'm like George Steinbrenner, bro. Something's not working, moves are going to be made. Quickly. Yeah, you got to make some trades. I hate Kyler Murray. I hate him. I just don't think he's a good athlete. Not athlete. I just don't think he's a good, he's talented. I just don't think he's a good player. I would not have him on my team ever. The guy just does not have the right mindset. He's not going to win. He's not going to lead a team. He's not going to lead a fantasy team, that's for sure. Josh Allen, I'm hearing projections that he will win MVP, though, so could balance out for that Kyler Murray debacle you got going. The other players on your squad, oh my God, if I get a phone call during this, I'm going to be mad pissed. The other players on your squad, I don't remember. They didn't do anything in our championship matchup to make me remember them. They were just horrible. You started Antonio Brown. That's all I remember. Other than that, it's not coming to me. It's really not. Let's see who else is in the league. It's Jack Taub, then Teddy Mash. Oh, Maximilian. How could I forget? The best defense in the league. I don't even remember players on your team either. I should have came more prepared, or I should have just brought my laptop. You know, I could get my laptop. Let's do that right now. 1 sec. I'll be back.
Are you tired of only rooting for offensive players? Need something to do when you're only Sunday night players sitting on the bench? Do you want to be in a league without Danny at Taub? Introducing the Defense League. Studies show that even the best fantasy players only play for half a game, but now you could have skin on both sides of the ball. Yards are bad, fumbles are good, and it's the only league that it's totally acceptable to draft guys just because they have a funny name. We are now taking applications for the Defense League. Please send all inquiries to, me. Alright. Please enjoy the rest of the video.
Okay, we're back. Alright, let's go back to Kurtz. Yeah, Kamara's on the down. He's just on the down. He hasn't been the same since his first 2 seasons. He's been Chubb, he's on the down. A.J. Brown is on the Eagles now, on the down. Keenan Allen, he's old, he's on the down. Michael Pittman is on the up. That's a good player right there. Scary Terry is on Kurtz's team. I thought he was on Goldie's team. I think he was on Goldie's team, and then he got traded. Scary Terry. We'll see how he does with Carson Wentz. Anyways, moral of the story is I don't love Kurtz's team this year. I think the only team left was Max's, right? Herb Your Enthusiasm. Oh, Justin Herbert. I love him. He's so sexy. He's great. Wow, Max Loki has a great roster. Najee Harris, I'm not so crazy about him, but everyone else is. So we'll see how he is. I don't know. I was told by someone that since the Steelers don't have a good quarterback, that's not great for Najee because they're just going to expect to run a lot. But I feel like that logic is flawed. So Saquon, big question mark. If he's good, that could be insane. Max also went on a playoff run last year without Saquon, so imagine what he could do with him. Amari Cooper on the Browns. I don't even know who the quarterback is for that team. Robert Woods, the wide receiver 1 for the Titans. And Christian Kirk, the wide receiver 1 for the Jaguars. Basically, Max got mad lucky, and James Conner. They got rid of Chase Edmonds. This guy had the luckiest offseason I've ever seen of any squad. His players just became the number one option out of thin air. And Trey Lance. Well, that wasn't out of thin air, I guess, but still. This guy just... Wow. His roster, by not doing anything, his roster just went up so much for no reason. My roster, obviously, so good. So good. I gave up Brady for Balash. Less than Balash, bro. Nothing. I just gave him up. Honestly, I just needed the league to be more competitive, so I just decided to give him up. So now I replaced him with Mitch Trubisky. I actually had Mitch, I think, in the year that I won it all. Before Dynasty, so. Reunion, no biggie. Now I have Elijah Mitchell as my starting running back. I love him and Eckler. Devontae Adams, I'm so excited. Amon-Ra, I'm so excited. Mark Andrews, I'm so excited. Juju, I'm pretty excited. He's the number one receiver. I don't have to deal with Deontay Johnson anymore. Stealing all this guy's catches. And Big Ben just not being able to throw the ball. I'm also excited about Metcalf. He's not getting enough credit. He had a good year last year. Almost 1,000 yards. He was also much better with Geno than he was with Russ, so we'll see how that duo works out. Anyways, this was much longer than I anticipated. I hope it was entertaining. I'm very excited for another year with you boys. I'm going to have fun kicking everyone's booty. But I'll throw it back to Jack for the music and picks. See you guys out there.
Close the hood.